What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and another video. Today I wanted to talk about binge drinking and why we binge drink. Why do we have to take it just to the absolute max, which I did 99% of the time. You know, in my experience drinking, I was always a binge drinker. Like I didn't drink during the week. It was like a Thursday through Sunday, maybe Monday kind of thing. And when it was time to get going, like I partied my ass off. I drank so much. Like I look back and the amount of alcohol that I put in my body, and I'm grateful and very fortunate that I didn't do any severe damage, any permanent or irreversible damage to my organs, um, because the level at which I drank was just, it was ridiculous. It really was. Um, and it got me to thinking, like, why was that even necessary? It was never, oh, I'm gonna go out for a few drinks. And if I did say that, I was setting myself up for failure. Oh yeah, I'll go have 2 drinks. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had just 2 drinks, to be honest. Two would turn into 10 real quick. And I would say every time I drank, minimum between between beer and shots, at least 10 drinks. That would happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Always in the double digits when it came to drinking. And obviously when it got past that, didn't remember much, or things were at best super hazy. You wake up the next day and you're like, damn, what did I do? What bars did we go to? Where's my debit card? Looking through your transaction history to see where your last charge was, so you can go pick up your debit card the next day. Constantly feeling like, man, did I make an ass of myself? Yes. Did I say anything inappropriate to anyone? Probably, most likely. Um, it was just, you know, so reflecting on that, I started asking myself, like, why do people binge drink? Why did I binge drink? Why do we have to, why do we have to take it so far? I think for me, maybe you as well. One of the reasons was to fit in. It's high school and college especially. Like, I'm not saying everyone was binge drinking, but everyone was putting them down. And obviously, with my mindset, I'm all gas, no brakes. Um, I had to drink more than everyone. I had to show everyone how it was done. And yeah, it made me feel cool. Like if I was, had all the attention on me because I was partying way harder than everyone else and just doing stupid shit to try to attract attention. So I think we definitely binge drink to fit in. Like other people are doing it, so we do it, so more people do it, and it kind of just turns into this like chain reaction. Well, if everyone's partying like this, well, I want to fit in. I want to be cool like everyone else. So I'm gonna shotgun 8 beers, and just let's just see what happens. Usually, yeah, you wake up the next day not remembering anything. Um, I think also I binge drink to run away from certain feelings, to drown out what's bothering us. You know, The more we drink, the faster we drink, the quicker we drown out those feelings of anxiety, depression, worry. When you start drinking, it's like all your problems disappear. And, the bigger the problem, the more problems you feel like you have, the more you're going to drink, the faster you're going to put them down. If you're struggling at work, or you had a tough day at work dealing with a shitty boss or just shitty work conditions, awful coworkers, you're probably, we think, man, I can't wait to get off work and just have a drink, have another drink, have another drink. And you drink yourself till you fall asleep, pass out, right? Or maybe, you're struggling with your partner, your wife, your husband, whatever it is, and you just want some relief. And the easiest, quickest way you can get relief is go to the corner store, get a bottle, get some beers, and just chug them. And yeah, it's just, I know I did that. And honestly, it wasn't until I got older that I realized that's why I was drinking so much. I wasn't happy. I didn't know why. And like I said, alcohol was just a huge part of my life. So like I didn't see it as drowning out my negative thoughts, drowning out negative memories. I didn't see it like that. I just saw it as like, oh, I'm having a good time. Like I associated drinking with having a good time. Drinking was having a good time. And when you're drinking like that, you don't have any time, you don't have the mental capacity or the wherewithal to sit down with yourself in silence and really like think about what's been bothering you. And you don't want to. That's why I was drinking to begin with, because I didn't want to deal with those emotions. I didn't know how to. I didn't know the first thing about handling those emotions. Growing up, like we weren't taught that. It's kind of like, I feel like growing up, no one really talked about their emotions. It was just kind of like, suck it up, quit being a baby, quit being a bitch. Throughout sports, school, like it just wasn't a thing. It seems like things are starting to shift, and I'm happy to see that. But I don't feel like I was equipped, or we weren't equipped with tools to handle our emotions properly or in a very effective way. And that's something that I've been working on over the past few years, and it's definitely helped since I've been sober, because when I wasn't, like, I feel like my time was split between clearing the mental fog after a few days of drinking, or I was drinking. It was like either or. There might be a day or two in between the fog completely clearing and starting to drink again. And I was doing other things. I also think we binge drink, or I did, because we're chasing that high. You could probably remember the first time you drank. You're like, oh my God, this is amazing. You get that warm, fuzzy feeling. And, if you're a shy person, you all of a sudden had all this extra energy. You're super extroverted. Or if you're like nervous around people, all of a sudden you had the courage to talk to people or to make jokes. And alcohol is a drug. There's no doubt about it. And just like any drug, you're always chasing that high, and that results in drinking more, drinking faster, and over time your tolerance is going to build up, and so you have to drink more and more and more to get that same high, and that shit builds up. It's affecting your health, whether you see it, whether you understand it, whether you know it or not. And I think you do, because it takes a toll on you. And honestly, I guess looking back, like, binge drinking is the only way I knew how to drink. And I know looking back, like, that's the fact that I had to binge drink was what helped me quit, because I am an all or nothing type guy. So I'm not going to have a couple beers because that's not going to get me the high that I wanted. You know, did I like the taste of beer? Yeah, it's cool, but it's not like, oh man, this beer is so good. Like, I wouldn't drink. I have had non-alcoholic beers, and they're close, slightly watered down. But what's the point of drinking? Like, it's not that good. I don't need to drink a non-alcoholic beer. That doesn't even sound remotely appealing. So my binge drinking did help me quit. I was like, look, I'm not going to tiptoe around and go back and forth and try to have, you know, nights out where I can go hang out. I can go to the bars and just have uh, have a couple beers and then go home. Because that I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I had to cut it out completely. Took some effort, took some time, but I did it. You can do it. Just what are you willing to do to make that happen? It's a conversation you're going to have with yourself if you haven't already. Sit down, take some time, reflect, and ask yourself what's really important. Is it important to go out every weekend, get trashed, lay in bed all day, binging whatever show, YouTube videos that just have no meaning, no benefit to you as a person? They're not helping you out. They're just distracting you, just like the alcohol is. So take it for what it's worth. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next video.